Hello, pandas and other scrap enthusiasts! We have a big job today. Is this dumpster diving? Sort of. More on that later, you'll see. I had the great pleasure of being invited to do another one of these. They're clearing out another bowling alley. And this one's even bigger. Don't worry, we've got a plan. But right now, it is bright and early, and we have the truck and trailer and the forklift and quite a few people on site. It's going to be a lot of work, and we haven't really discussed how we're going to split it, but you know what? We will figure it out. Honestly, this place looks so cool. I am really glad we upgraded the tire and axle on the trailer.
Now the way this job is working is they're removing and replacing half of the machines while the other half are still operational and in use. They all actually work basically fine and have been since they were first installed in the 60s. This old guard has performed admirably in that time, but not without a team of skilled and knowledgeable technicians maintaining them with parts and labor. And unfortunately, these days, some of these machines spend as much time out of order as they do running, and the cost of maintaining them gets higher every year. This revamp was a long time coming, but I'm grateful to have the chance to get up close and see and hear that vintage clickety-clack of heavy steel parts whirring away like enormous clockwork.
I'm actually really scared about that. That actually feels pretty good.
Your truck might flip over, that's about it.
Just kidding.
I think she'll be fine. Hey, we're not gonna be...
I don't know how many of you remember that job, but that's what they look like all together. Okay, look, I'm not proud of this. I'm not saying this is good. Sorry, Glenn, I forgot the straps that you gave me at home, which is where we are going as soon as we drop these things off, because there's 30 of these. Okay, we made it to the scrapyard without anything falling over, which is honestly kind of a miracle. Now, we need to get somebody's help pulling this crap off. Oh my God. They're doing full engine maintenance. What the frick? This would have been the time they would have grabbed it with the claw, but the claw just spilled all of its fluid all over the pavement, so we're just not destined to get help from the claw, I guess.
This through here?
That's 4. All right, well, that was $160 for 4 of those the cassette pieces, and those are the small parts. Remember, there are 30 of these machines. I ran and grabbed the good straps. Thanks again, Glenn, and a couple buckets for the hardware. But now, whew, there's a lot of work to do still. Let's get started. Eight big, beautiful motors. Ah. All right, there's another one. It's a little bigger than the last one, actually. Proper squat. That's hauling. I think we might actually it might actually happen this time. Yeah. All right, that was a really special treat for me. Anyway, gotta get rid of that. That first one unloaded itself. Okay, now 8 big motors. We actually have so many of these, we're going around to the other yard, the big motor drop-off yard. I get it. I could cut these open and get all the copper out. Or at the very least, I could cut these nice thick cables off. We got a big job, lots to haul. Oh, I gotta do more kettlebell. All right, last way out, let's get out of here.
So that was day one for me. But while I was hauling thousands of pounds off to the recycling, the team was hard at work unpacking and positioning these brand new high-tech pinsetters. Which also means my work has been piling up out in the parking lot. And given the volume and mass, I needed to come up with a new strategy, and fast.
Well, that was a great start, but these machines, they have multiplied. So we're gonna need a little help. Yeah, he's here too. No, that's not what I meant. Over there.
Yeah, I love my truck and trailer, but some jobs are beyond that scope. So I called my friends at the scrapyard to help, and they were happy to come through.
Yeah.
But this creates a new problem. These units have more than just steel on them. There's cast aluminum and even some brass. Am I going to get any non-ferrous value, or will I regret tossing them straight into mixed bins? No time to worry about that now, I'm afraid.
Well, the day's only getting hotter. Let's keep this party going. These are the shaker tables. They're on the bottom. Ow. Ding. Man. I think I would call that a full load. At least for us. And also, how can you not love a Skyjack?
Skyjack. Skyjack.
All right, we're here. Grab your gloves. Unprepared.
I forgot there's 2 shaker tables in here as well.
You know, I'm just gonna hurry up and finish this. Don't worry about it. Okay, so that was a nice little run, and we're back. That's a new bin, and it's immediately full again. Thank you, Skyjack. So we can probably pack in a third one today, which is going to be very exciting. I honestly cannot wait to see what that shakes out into. We have never actually had a bin delivered before, so This is very exciting for everybody. How much is a bin full of these things actually worth? How much does delivery and removal cost? Find out on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z. No, I'm just kidding, obviously. We gotta get these things loaded in. The bins are great, but we still have work to do.
Close.
Okay, we got it all strapped down and we are ready to go. This is number 3 or 4 or 5 or something like that. I don't know. We got a whole bunch of shred in the back, and then we got a bunch of non-ferrous in the back, and the not quite all the way back. And as a bit of a funny coincidence, they just showed up to pull the other full bin. So yeah, we're really on the same wavelength. It's going great. How do you feel?
Thirsty. It's like spaghetti, but it's big and it's made of money.
That's it for that run. Let's go see what we got. And then you know what's up.
Yeah.
All right. Last load of the day. And a good thing too, because we are sweaty and exhausted and we need to eat something.
I want to sleep.
So it's all cleaned up there, which is good. For now.
Now just all of this.
The rest of this is going in the prepared. That is one day. Woo!
I'm easily entertained.
But the next day, I ran into a new problem I kinda saw coming. As the team continued removal on the second half, they placed the metal out back, including the second stash of motors, which were right here, which disappeared in the middle of the night. Scrap metal can be a vicious game, and I'm pretty bummed because those were a big part of the final value of this job. But the team has a job to do, and so do I.
And there's round 2 for the day. Now it does look like there's a lot of space in the back of the cab here, but a lot of it is really spindly. But also I knew I was gonna have to do another run anyway, and I was trying to keep it organized by type. This works for me, don't worry. We've got time. And this one's pretty heavy. That's all the prepared back there, so I think it'll still be pretty good.
Back at the yard, we've got unprepared first, then tin shred, then prepared steel. I've lost track of how many runs this has been already, but we're not finished yet. I've got more non-ferrous to haul this run, and along with the spaghetti, I've taken the time to remove the smaller copper motors from the other assemblies.
I think this is a little big for that little box.
As well as some cast aluminum parts from the slightly different models of pinsetters, and piled the rest of the small stuff up in the trailer, because I'm not leaving anything that can be easily lifted overnight.
Well, I would say this is better than we found. Yeah, not bad for day 3. So, loaded up. Truck's looking good. We got all the non-ferrous and the smaller bits and pieces and whatever. Now, hopefully tomorrow we can put that Skyjack to work and get this bin filled. Can we even get it all in there?
Now it's a new day and the first task is emptying the truck, so I can show you just how a run like this works. We start by driving around onto the large scale to get our starting weight. Then head in to unload our first material. In this case, that'll be unprepared steel. Then we wrap around and weigh again, and unload the next type, which is steel shred. Then scale again, then deliver prepared steel, and then weigh one more time to get our tare weight. Then drive all the way back out front, where I decided to unhook the trailer because then I can go inside, skip over the floor scale, and unload all the non-ferrous onto a cart to weigh individually in here.
Well, we're back at the site, and I think that's all we can really do today. We've cleaned up all of the bits and pieces of metal, and I did bring my tools to see if I could pop off the aluminum tables on the bottom of these units, and it's just not realistic. There's a bunch of different things there's a bunch of different points where they were attached, and although I could probably pop one off, it's going to be a struggle for me to get it out from underneath all the rest of the material, which is caged around it. And as much as I am interested in just committing to it and figuring it out, because for sure there's a way, I can already see a couple different things I could do to get that stuff moved and out of there. The reality is this time needs to be used elsewhere so that I can stick to my publication schedule of a video every week. So regrettably, there's nothing else I can do here until somebody on site can make the time to get these big chonkers into that big chonker using that big chonker. That big, beautiful, yeah, your man here is not forklift certified. Don't judge me. I know. It hasn't really come up until now. But I can tell you this, there's nobody more excited than me to see this project close out.
On second thought, no, I think the team is pretty excited too. It may not feel like it, but this has been a 2-week job, and they've been hard at work getting this beautiful equipment dialed in. It's all very fancy and has lights and service screens, and pins are connected with cords, so no more clickety-clang of steel. There's surely an opportunity here to wax on in a somber tone for the loss of such beautiful ancient tech in favor of the shiny and new, trading out steel for plastic and mechanics for software updates. But it's not really good or bad either way, it's just change. Change means movement, and movement means opportunity. I'm grateful for the opportunity to appreciate the engineering of the old machines a little bit before they're gone.
I'd love to read your thoughts in the comments, but we did get everything cleaned up and cleared out, and we've got our totals, mostly. So between the trailer and the truck, we moved an impressive 13,900 pounds of steel in various categories, as well as 200 pounds of wire and 1,300 pounds of motors. We unfortunately did lose $200 to motor theft, but we still ended up with $2,000 total out of everything that we hauled with the trailer and truck. Not bad. Now, the bins. We didn't end up getting paid anything for the non-ferrous amount. It all got calculated out at unprepared steel, which there wasn't a whole lot else we could have done given the time constraints, but I'm not going to complain. We got a pretty good rate on the bin delivery fees, and I learned we don't actually get paid for the bins very quickly because it takes them some time to go through the books because they have a lot of clients, so it takes a little while. But based on early estimates of the first couple bins that went through, it looks like that was a total of 39,000 pounds of unprepared steel, which after fees should come out to an estimated $2,500, which makes the grand total of this job an estimated $4,500. $4,500 is awesome. Now I have to give Wub his fair share as well, because I told him I would, and he was a big help. But I'm curious, how much do you think would be a fair split? How much would you share out of the total $4,500? I'm interested to know, because it's kind of up to me and I really don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. But that was awesome. That was easily our greatest haul yet at a total of 54,500 pounds. That was amazing. What a great way to spend 2 weeks. I did get a very sore back for a couple of days there. Probably need to work on my lifting technique, but either way, I am so excited we got to do this, and I'm very excited you were here to share it with. So thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one. So until then, leave it better than you found it, and keep doing the thing.